A link worker is someone who will work with a person on a one-to-one basis. We work within the GP practice setting, so we'll have been introduced to the patient through a referral in their GP practice.
It's about dealing with anything non-medical with a view to linking people into kind of organisations or grants or services, or getting practical support for people, or linking them into places where they can get a bit more emotional support.
I think it's what sets us aside from perhaps many other services, is that ability to be able to respond and hear what somebody's telling you, because if they're in a crisis situation, it might not look like a crisis to anybody else, but if they're in distress, I think it can make a huge difference to feel heard.
It's about instilling that level of hope for people, because sometimes they do feel really alone. They maybe haven't had an opportunity to really discuss everything that's going on for them. I think it's so important that the most vulnerable people in society are accessing the help when they need it.
I love sitting face to face with somebody in the room, hearing their story, and really getting to the nub of what's important to them, what they value, and what would help them link into the community.
I absolutely get such a buzz from meeting people, learning about their stories and their trials and their tribulations, because the more people I meet, the more I realise that we're all the same.
I love the fact that there is no average day, because it's so varied. So one minute you can have someone, 17, 19, and the next moment maybe somebody in their 90s. And it's really just working with that person as an individual and trying to ascertain what their individual needs are. But yeah, there's a lot of the same presenting problems in terms of financial issues, housing issues.
There is so much in the way of inequalities, and I see that so much across the work that I do. And I feel that the people who need the help the most are the people who aren't able or in a position to access it. And I think that the beauty of social prescribing and link working is it gives people a space, a safe space in which to talk and express what matters to them. And then it gives them almost an advocacy or an advocate to take that information to where it needs to be heard. And so I think that it's such a privileged position that I'm in, to be able to listen to people, to have the time to listen to people, and to be able to take their concerns and their issues into the wider world.
You can have a life outcome of 10-year lifespan difference, if not more, depending on your postcode. So I think we're really well placed, whilst we need governments to kind of tackle health inequalities on a more strategic level. We can be in the hub of the community to advocate for people, to help them get practical resources, and to help them link up with other people, similar to themselves, in terms of helping them get that support that they can then advocate for themselves, or meet like-minded people in a peer group setting.
We're giving them that hope to feel empowered, because they do feel quite hopeless quite often. But by knowing that there is support there and they are not alone in that journey, they become stronger and they learn new skills in terms of managing their low mood and anxiety. And then alongside that, the practical issues that we help with can alleviate so much of the distress, that it goes from, that place of feeling quite hopeless to feeling back in control of the situation.
At some level or other, we all need link workers. We all need to feel connected. And I think that very basic message is the one that I just find the most exciting, because it is so simple and yet so essential to all of us.